Okay, I don't know how to start this video, so I'm just gonna go ahead. As I'm sure a lot of you are aware, I have somewhat recently made a series of tweets that were frankly unacceptable misuses of communication. I guess. I don't know. I'm bad at speaking. I've been debating how to make this video for a while, 2-ish weeks, because I didn't know exactly how I wanted to, but it's never going to be perfect, so I figured might as well say something rather than, nothing, because I do need to apologize, and just leaving it to dry is not helping anyone. I do want to say this is not going to be a video debating facts or anything. I do want to make a full-length video about this subject that is, edited and stuff, but that's a lot of work, and I'm not really known for following through on projects like that. So, we'll see. Probably won't happen, but basically, I made a couple tweets that I will show. Basically, this says, not all pedophiles are child molesters, and not all child molesters are pedophiles. If you do not believe this, you are a problem. This was in response to an exposal thread on a GD creator named Hines, in which this well-known troll account made an exposal in order to try to rally hate against this person who 2 years ago made a post sent to close friends about struggles with pedophilic thoughts and how they were in therapy for it, but they didn't want to feel that they were lying to their friends or anything, so they figured they would come out and say it and how they're in therapy and getting help and all that. And so this person made an exposal thread on Hines, who's the GD creator, and as a well-known troll account, I guess decided that they wanted to get a lot of attention, and so they made this bad faith exposal thread trying to rally hate against this person who was getting help for their problem. And some people say that someone with this problem shouldn't be in a community full of minors, even if they are in therapy, but that's a moot point because they're not really in the community. They just are a person that exists and makes levels, and so, it's against the point. But anyway, back to what I said. Because people were harassing Hines, I brazenly and foolishly tweeted no context, I already read it, and frankly, this is a complete just failure of a post on my part. It's not the type of thing that should be said in no context. If I had said it as a quote tweet to the original post, it probably would have gone over better. But either way, it probably wasn't a right thing to say. So, basically, when I said that not all pedophiles are child molesters, a lot of people take this as defending pedophiles, which I don't get how you defend. I don't know how specifically they are defining defending. I guess it could be seen as that. I don't say I would defend I defend pedophiles as in I think they're people with a mental illness who need to get help, and I don't think that treating them as if they're all inherently evil is helpful towards achieving the goal of them getting help. And I understand why a lot of people took this the wrong way. It's a very taboo and sensitive subject that I did not treat with care. A lot of people do not get educated on the topic for those reasons. And so the only time really it's discussed is when an evil person does an evil thing. And so you have people throwing around the, like, kill all pedophiles or something like that. And while it's an easy thing to say and it sounds right, it's not a helpful thing to say to the goal of protecting children, which is obviously the most important matter in this discussion. Because okay, sorry, not because okay. It is the most important matter in this, or the most important part of this discussion. And saying things like kill all pedophiles means that pedophiles are less likely to seek out help, because obviously if you come out as, or like if you have a problem and you start thinking, wow, this is a problem, I need to do something about it, but the societal expectation for pedophiles is, legalized genocide, which is what saying kill all pedophiles is. It's advocating for the genocide of the mentally ill. You're not going to have pedophiles lining up for that. And so I think that we should, or for example, this is getting into a little bit of like what we should do instead of, just an apology, which is what this should be. But I guess I should explain my thoughts some here. I think that in high school sex education classes, which, already suck, so this is definitely a big leap that we're nowhere near, but it should be talked about, just like you should be educated upon all, like, mental illnesses. It should be stated that these people exist and they have a problem, but they're not inherently evil for it, and they do need to seek out help before they do something very harmful. And from the research I've done, again, this isn't going to be debating facts, but from the research I've done, it says that between 1% and 5% of the population do have pedophilia as a, using pedophilia as a name for the mental illness. And so it's a huge not huge portion of the population. It's a large amount of people, and so it's worth talking about and educating people about. And obviously it's an important topic, but the way I discussed it is incredibly poor. I guess to explain why I said it like that is because I thought my point would be gotten across clear, because I have autism, ADHD, and probably antisocial personality disorder, also known as sociopathy. And so I tend to disconnect emotions from what I say and think that other people will also do that, and then find out what I mean by what I'm saying. But that's not a fair thing to expect from people. I am old enough and intelligent enough to to think about the consequences of my actions and how people will interpret the words I say before I say them. And the fact that I didn't do that is a complete, utter blunder from myself. There's no other way to put it, really. I have had people say that I blatantly and purposefully said it in a poor way as to try to interaction bait, and I absolutely cannot blame them for thinking that, but that was never my intention. I definitely see how it comes across that way, but I've failed many a times, but I have never wanted to be a negative person. I just am kind of, I score a 0 on emotional intelligence, really, and it's definitely something I've worked on in the past, and I'm still working on, and probably will be working on for the rest of my life. I think slowing down before I say things definitely is important, and I don't do that enough. Missing any? Oh, yeah. I also stated that not all child molesters are pedophiles. This is true, but it's more of a philosophical point than a moral point. I've never defended child molesters in any way. If you're a child molester, you are the worst of the worst, really. There's pretty much nothing more evil than harming a child. And saying that not that a child molester isn't a pedophile, while true, and you can look into this yourself, I don't think this is the time to, I just don't have the energy to go and look through sources right now. But it's not that important, and I shouldn't have put it out there, no context, like a brazen idiot. This is my second take of this, because I fucked up the first time. I don't remember what I said there and what I said here. But if I hadn't already, I said, if you don't believe this, you are a problem. And if I was to write this post again, I don't think I would say that. I wouldn't write this post again. But I do think that is one of the major issues here, because it's not your fault that you're uneducated. Obviously, I live in America, the United States, so, I know my education system that I come from is definitely lacking in discussion of these sorts of topics, and I assume most of the world is. And so it's understandable that people don't really think too hard. But if we want to protect children, it's definitely important that people know, like, the root causes of pedophilia and how these people exist and how we can help them beyond just advocating for their genocide, which is clearly not the right thing to do. Is there anything I'm missing? I feel like I'm missing something. I guess Hanlon's razor, never attribute to malice, which can be speaking is not my strong suit, as you can see. Never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. You know, I'm an idiot, at least when it comes to using my words in a way that gets points across. I don't. God, what? I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. If I have made you uncomfortable or anything, specifically, feel free to message me. And I'm open to any questions. I'm not sure if I missed anything. I do want to make a full video on this subject, but I'm not sure if I will. Oh yeah, I should also go over this. Is just saying disagree to this tweet, like, it's just awful. I mean, really, I guess I should have shown this tweet before saying all that. But basically, yeah, I guess I wouldn't even say I disagree pedophilia is bad. I don't think it's a helpful way to discuss the topic. Like, when you say pedophilia is bad, I guess you could say that in the same way that, like, poverty is bad. That doesn't mean the people who are in poverty is bad. It just means that it's a, like, you know, not good thing. So, yeah. But I don't think saying pedophilia is bad is a helpful thing to discuss. Is a helpful way to go about the topic, which I absolutely should have explained instead of, you know, writing a poor bait tweet just saying disagree. I mean, obviously the original post is for interaction bait as well. Like, obviously, no one gets anything out of that other than the illusion of moral superiority or something. I don't know. But it's just, I shouldn't have said that. That's pretty clear. It's not how I should have gone over that. It's just, yeah. So I guess to summarize, I'm extremely, I regret saying this to an unbelievable degree, and I do not use the word regret lightly. To anyone who I made uncomfortable or anything by that, I cannot express how sorry I am, and if you feel the need to message me so I can apologize to you specifically, I don't really know how that would go. If you have anything to say to me, if you have any questions, if you want to say anything, I'm open to criticism and questions and everything. My goal is in life is to be a positive influence. Well, I mean, that's not my goal in life. It's one of the attributes of my life. I don't want to be someone who causes harm, and clearly in that I have failed. I've definitely caused harm through these couple tweets, along with in my various responses to them. I don't have any of those because my account was suspended, obviously. I think that's explainable. I was also banned off SRC for this, which I wouldn't exactly say I agree with the decision, but I get it. I should... Okay. yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. And, yeah. So if anyone wants to say anything in the comments or anything, I will be responding to everyone that, requires a response, or I guess. And I will read any messages that are sent to me over Discord. My Discord is, Lombre914. You can see it there. Or I guess if you don't have, I don't know. If you're here, you know a way to reach me. I mean, obviously you can just use the YouTube comments because, here on YouTube. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. I guess if there's something else I need to say, I will make a pinned comment going over something. I don't know.